Don't do that thing either where if I say hello, like where you're like, hello, like if I'm like, say good morning and then you're like, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh.
Good morning.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
We're Laura and Chris, and we left our home in Australia at the beginning of the year to travel right around the world for the adventure of a lifetime. We've navigated our way across 4 continents and have had more experiences than we could have ever imagined. Traveling for this long hasn't come without its challenges though, and we have definitely had some major ups as well as some downs. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video from us and join the adventure.
Hey guys.
You need to tell me when you're gonna go.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Let's get one thing out of the way before we start.
Yes.
We're changing our name. We have had Moose and Roo for the longest of time since
10 months.
Since the start of the trip. It wasn't actually our idea, it was our friend Casey's idea, and she said it as a joke months before we left. And she used the
because we didn't know what to call ourselves. Like, we just could not think of a name, and so many people are like the traveling this or the nomadic this, and we didn't want a name like that.
We wanted to be unique, but we didn't want to be unoriginal.
Yeah.
So
Moose and Roo.
Moose came out of a Canadian moose, the animal, and Roo came out of kangaroo, the animal from Australia. So it was Canada, Australia, Moose and Roo. Nobody got it.
Nobody understood it. Like every once in a while, somebody will be like, "Oh, that's funny. I like that." But most
5 white people in 10 months understood it initially.
And it was the worst in South America. In South America, we'd say it, and they'd give us a blank stare for a couple minutes, and then they'd go, like,
a what?
Like a mouse? A mouse? Mouse and Roo?
And you're just like, don't worry.
The sort of nail in the coffin was being in Hanoi. There's actually a restaurant called
There's
Moose.
a grill.
There's
a grill place in
Hanoi. Yeah.
Called Moose and Roo
Grill.
Pub and Grill. And I remember when we were looking for the name, I typed in to see if anybody had it, and that place came up, and I was like, oh well, no one's going to associate it with that, until we drove past it in Hanoi.
There's a picture of
it's time to change the name. We are now
Chris and Laura.
Chris and Laura.
So original. And on Instagram as well, we'll put it as well here. It's just a different name handle now, so Chris and Laura.
Moose and Roo is no longer. Don't search for Moose and Roo, don't look it up, don't associate with us with a pub in Hanoi, Vietnam. We are now just ourselves.
Yes.
Yep. Moving on. We don't normally do life updates because
sit down
talks like this, because that's not what we're really about, but we might do it more in the future if it needs to happen. But we wanted to let you know what's going on with us, because in particular it's been a different week than what we've had the whole year. Do you want to tell them what's happened?
Yep. So little old me went and got myself some dengue fever. Sounds a bit scarier than what it actually is. But it is from a mosquito. So it takes about 3 to 14 days for the virus to set in. We're not exactly sure where I got it, but it's pretty prevalent throughout Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam. So it could have either been in Thailand or Vietnam, but we were in Hanoi before this, and I started to get a little bit sick, like fever and body aches, and it got worse and worse. And
we thought it was just maybe the flu.
Yeah, and Chris here did a little doctor Googling, and he started to suspect that it was dengue fever. We tried to avoid going to the hospital just because
local hospital here is not great.
No.
And we didn't want to make it worse by going to a hospital that wasn't like hygienic and wasn't set up for it. And so the closest international hospital was Hanoi.
Hospital there was great. They took really good care of me, other than a mishap with a Q-tip up my nose, which
a Q-tip that big.
They
tried to test for influenza and they shoved a Q-tip that long up her nose.
Yeah.
Long story short, it didn't go down well.
No, it did
and
not.
Laura assaulted a nurse.
I didn't
That's
assault
basically
her.
what. No, you kind of did.
I just lightly grabbed her arm to stop her putting the Q-tip up my nose. The doctor came back and said, "Congratulations, you have the dengue fever."
Focus on it. Dengue positive. Our last 7 days have looked like this.
Yeah.
We got here a week ago and we've done nothing for a week.
We were supposed to be in Tamkok for 3 days. We were supposed to make our way up north to Sapa, the Hajang loop, which we were so excited for, and basically all of our plans for Vietnam, we can't do any of them. But that's travel. That's
what happens.
That's what happens. Dengue fever isn't super serious. So
it can be serious.
It can be serious, but the way I had it, it wasn't too serious.
She's gotten over her fever. She had a fever of like 40 degrees for 5 days. Now that she's over the fever, her immune system is super low. Her white blood cell counts are like through in her boots. The problem is I don't want her to go out and potentially get sick, and then we've got to take a flight soon, and it's just going to complicate a lot of things. So we decided bed rest, Panadol, fluids, more bed rest.
Yeah.
Did I say more bed rest?
Yeah. So that's our little update.
So what are we doing after we stop traveling? So here's the sitch. Our 10-month trip, 10 and a half, is coming to an end.
We're in the last week.
In a week. It is a week today till we fly home. But we're not flying, well, we're both not flying back to Australia, so
we're leaving each other.
We're breaking up for 2 months. So I'm going back to Melbourne to spend time with family and friends and really just go back home.
Yeah.
Plan the next phase of our trip and lives. Laura will be heading back to Canada.
Yes.
For about 2 months.
Yeah.
Because you haven't been back home.
Yeah, I haven't been back home to Canada. Well, we both live in Australia now, but all my friends and family are still back in Canada. So I haven't been back there in a year and a half, and I haven't had Christmas there in since I moved to Australia. So
4 years.
Yeah, almost 4 years. So I'm gonna have a white Christmas, which is gonna be great.
We've been together for 10 months. If anybody has traveled together for a long period of time, you know that there's not a lot of space between the two of you. I mean, some people do, but how we've traveled has been pretty much
joined at the hip
for 10 months.
So I think we'll be all right.
And we're not doing this because we need time apart. We're doing it quite the opposite because I guess we both need time with our respective families.
Yeah.
We would do it together if we were together, but we can't, and that's just how it is.
But I'll be heading back to Australia after I spend a couple months in Canada, and then we'll go from there. Like we said, we still want to keep making videos. We love making videos, and we don't plan on sort of settling down anytime soon. We want to keep traveling. We've got a few little ideas and thoughts on how we want to do that. So
we have plans.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. We have a number of plans for next year. Some are concrete, some are penciled in. It's all a bit of a mystery, but I think we've kind of liked how that's been for the past year.
Yeah.
This whole year has been a bit of a question mark in terms of we don't plan anything, fly by the seat of our pants. We're not planners. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it's just
really
not worked.
Screwed us over.
But we do have plans for next year, so you can expect us to be on this platform next year because we do love it. We have a small following of people who decided to push that red button, and if you haven't, push the little red button.
Yes.
It does help us. We do enjoy creating it.
Regardless of the number, we enjoy creating.
So we're still proud of what we've done. We've learned so much this year.
We've had an amazing 10 months. We've learned a lot about travel. As corny as it sounds, learned a lot about ourselves, and it's been a trip.
If anybody's thinking of doing long-term travel, I encourage you 100%.
Yeah.
Irrespective of what stage of life you're at.
Or irrespective of if people think you're crazy for doing it, for
selling
selling all your stuff.
Selling your stuff. It's been so much better than what we could have thought.
Yeah. We will hopefully, because I'm starting to feel a little bit better, we'll be doing a little bit exploring, hopefully, finally, of this region because it's beautiful, Tamkok and Ninh Binh. So we should hopefully have one more fun travel video coming from Vietnam. I know we said in one of our previous videos we were going to have lots of Vietnam footage, but it just hasn't worked out that way. So
it's real. You know, sometimes you get sick. Sometimes you miss out on half a country's plans that you had. In conclusion, Laura is well.
Yes.
Fever's gone.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we're about to post a video so you can like that video.
And we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
This is where it all begins.